Welcome back. Remember when the President of the United States said this?
In the coming weeks, I will issue an executive order requiring federal contractors to pay their federally funded employees a fair wage of at least $10.10 an hour.
Now his next move, more overtime pay for everyone. Is it all on your dime? Here to break down the numbers, Stuart Varney from the Fox Business Network. Stu, nice to see you this morning. What did you make of this move? This would increase. Currently, businesses are required to pay overtime to salaried workers if they make $455 a week, about $24,000 a year. It's going to double under this.
No, not necessarily double, because we don't know exactly how much more and to whom this applies. I will say that this is unprecedented. For the first time in a major way, the President of the United States, the government, is by command saying, hey, all you salaried people, you're going to get paid more. Now, we've never done that before, to my knowledge. Maybe we've done it in very limited areas with salaried people, but this is unprecedented. It breaks really new ground. You're raising the cost of hiring to all businesses, and you're changing the way we set wages and salaries. We're now saying the government will command this.
But to voters, you know, financially, this may not be wise, right, in terms of where the money comes from, but politically, this probably is the smartest thing that could happen.
It's buying votes. This is buying votes. Businesses will have to pay for this. It's not the government is saying you will pay more.
But you know what they're saying?
That's a politically viable option. The president needs all the support he can get. Look at those approval ratings. Look at the victory of Mr. Jolly last night in Florida.
Right.
He needs to buy votes, and he's doing it.
But what the president doesn't seem to understand is there's a reaction to everything. Now, the reaction to business to these new rules will be they're in the profit-making business. So what is that going to mean for hiring? What is it going to mean for employees in the number of hours they work?
It's going to depress hiring. And this is why the president is doing it. The president is doing this to buy votes because he knows that many, many people think we are still in recession. I think the latest poll shows 57% of Americans believe we are still in recession, 4 or 5 years after we actually left recession. So the president is saying, come on, I'll give you this. By my command, I will give you this. Now vote for me.
Supporters of the president say this. They say that this will actually increase hiring. They say because companies will not, in fact, want to increase this overtime pay, there may be a spike in hiring. They also say that companies over the past few years have doubled their profits while wages have declined. They say there's wage stagnation out there. We've got to help these people.
There is wage stagnation out there. That is correct. But by simply commanding higher salaries, you do not increase hiring. If the cost of something goes up, you tend to use less of it. If you raise the cost of hiring, and this will raise the cost of hiring significantly, you hire less. That's the bottom line here.
Well, and we'll see how this goes over because there's a lot more workers out there. There are owners, and there's a sense that business has a lot more money, and they should give it to people that work for them.
And there's a lot of support for it from voters, right? It sounds really great, but you're saying buyer beware.
I don't know whether there is support by voters. I don't know that at this point. The president hopes so.
Right. I know. I'll tell you what. I hope everyone who's watching us now watches you from 11 to 1 the whole time, because you'll probably give a prize.
A prize?
A prize if you watch.
Absolutely, Brian.
I love watching you at 11.
Get a nice gold star. Would that work?
Thanks, Stuart. Sure. Coming up on the show.